Hello everybody. Today I have just a short video for you where I'm going to talk about a previous project I made. As you will have heard in my previous video, I recently started to do wood turning, and I tried starting with a couple of smaller projects first, like little bowls. I turned little bowls like this for keeping stuff in. And then I decided to take on something a little bigger, and my youngest daughter needed a night light. So I decided, hey, I'm going to try and make a night light. So I came up with this. So this part here is yellow wood that I turned. I don't know what wood this is, but I glued this together and turned it to form the base, and drilled a hole through this part, then glued it onto this part with a hole drilled through this part with the groove, and that's the light. So one or two things about this is obviously the width of this base decided how wide this is going to be. In hindsight, I think I should have tapered this maybe a little bit because it looks quite bulky. Also, the depth here is determined by how deep my chisels can go in. So this is the deepest currently that I can go into wood. Unless I make the opening, of course, bigger, then I can go in. But on this diameter, this is the deepest I could go with the chisels. They couldn't reach anymore. So that's how I got to that. So I didn't really start with a plan. I didn't have a plan. I just started turning the wood and came up with this. So this is how far I got. Then I had to make a lampshade. This is where it becomes a little bit tricky. So because this was going to be a night light, a light that will burn in a light that will be on in a room the whole night, you don't want the light to shine directly onto the sleeping child. You want it more to illuminate the roof or something, so there is light in the room. But okay, so I wanted something that could have light shining at the top and shining at the bottom, but not shining out in this direction. And I wanted to combine the two woods already used. So I got some wood, I glued it up, clamped it together, and then I started turning. I made a couple of mistakes in the glue up process. So in order to get the points off to get to a round spot, I ended up with something that was, the diameter was less than the diameter here. So let me show you. So this is what I came up with. Okay, so I got this shape the way I wanted it to be. Got it nice with this, with the yellow wood on top and this other wood, so that the light can shine out there and the light can shine out here. But now here comes the problem. If you can clearly see that the relationship between these two objects are not right. I mean, it doesn't look right. This is too small to be a lampshade for the size of the base I turned. So when I didn't even know how I was going to keep it in this position here, floating like this. I didn't have a solution for that, and it's way too small. I will quickly show you with the light on, give you an idea. So this is the effect I wanted it to have, but yeah, too small. So it's not a bad, for somebody who just started, I don't think it's bad, the turning quality of it. Honestly, I mean, there's little mistakes here and there that I can see, but I'm pretty proud of this. But it doesn't work, it doesn't solve the problem. So it was back to the drawing board. I didn't have anything that that I think I could make something that in perspective to this would be big enough. So I had to improvise. Okay, so I had to make something else that would fit on here and not look terribly out of proportion and still serve the purpose. So thought about it for a couple of days, went on Pinterest for some inspiration, and then I came up with this. Okay, so it's simple design. I used some halving joints to make this 2 of these, and then I connected them with 4 of these on the corners to keep them up, and I turned this part to fit into the top of this part, and then I left it a square when I turned it so that I could glue it in here to make it fit. And then this is just some lint that we turned around and glued it on. So it actually works quite nice as a nightlight, better than I expected it would be. Some things that notes I can make on. I'm now thinking that I should have put these uprights on the inside so that when the lint went around, it would be underneath or in this, it would be in between these wood. It wouldn't leave this gap that we see here. But then again, the gap doesn't bother me that much. It's just a unique feature, I would call it. So this part then fits onto there, sits nice loosely in there, and I want to show you what this look like. Okay, so when they are assembled, we have something that looks like this, and the light shines through the lint, and it makes this beautiful pink glow. I don't know if we'll see it on the camera, but it makes this beautiful pink glow on the walls, and the light shines out the top, and it actually works. It works quite well for a nightlight, I think, and I really like this. I think it's quite a pretty piece. It's not a gimmicky soft toy thingy that you would have for a toddler, a typical thing like that. It is a wood design, but I think the lint is quite girly, and she likes it, and it works. The light's on the whole night, and it's not disturbing. So I would call this a definite success. So why am I telling you this? Random video about a project I made a month ago. Simply because I made this, my oldest daughter said she also wants a nightlight made out of wood and lint for her room. So I took what I learned from this, and obviously girls, I cannot make the same design twice. So I came up with a new design. So in last week's video, you saw me flattening a stump, a log on both sides. And that log, I told you I was going to try and turn it. This is for that lamp. I drew a sketch of a new design, and I am going to try and make it. I don't know if I can turn something that big or if it will work. But that is for a new project. It will be a new video. So if you want to see me try to do that and better my current version, then I recommend you subscribe, and then you'll get a notification when I do upload the video. But for now, so that you have a little bit of backstory about where did this all start, I wanted to tell you about this lamp so that you have an idea of what's going to happen. I hope you found this interesting, and I hope you like the design. Please comment below and tell me what you think about it. Do you think it looks okay? And if you have some suggestions for how I could have improved it, like I said, there are some things that I feel I maybe could have done differently, but not so much that I would change this. I actually quite like this lamp. So, but I would really like to hear what you think. Please leave the comments if you would have done something differently or changed something. I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, go and make your best life.